Okay, well I thought we'd use the Mamod SE3 here as a good example of how I go about restoring a model steam engine. I'm not saying it's the only way to do it, and I'm certainly not saying it's the best way to do it, but it's the way I do it, and I've been doing this for many years, and I've had quite good results, so, you know, hopefully this one will turn out the same. I managed to find a piston, which is and con rod, which is the right size for this. So we now have two pistons, which is nice. Got some boiler inserts for the water level valve and the whistle here, and I also bought a new water level plug. I had a whistle actually in stock, so that'll do for the whistle, and then we've got some round brass bar stock, which will eventually become the chimney, and some square brass stock, which we're going to make the burner out of. So right, well, let's get started. So what do we do first? Right, well, the first thing you do, or I do anyway, is simply remove all the easy bits, which are easy to take off. So we should better get the this piston off. There we go. And mustn't lose that, obviously. Oh, that's nice. I don't know whether you can see this, but there's a little felt pad in here, which is quite often missing, and these were oilers, so you put drops of oil in this hole at the top and it keeps the piston, it helps keep the piston lubricated, which is quite nice. All the screws appear to be loose on the flywheel shaft, so it appears to be coming out nice and easily. Right, so that's all the easy stuff. Now we've got a little bit of a problem, because obviously this is all attached, because it's come off of this engine block here, the steam inlet, but it's still soldered on here, and of course that then goes under the boiler and up into the top here. And I'm going to need to remove that, because I need, you can't clean the boiler or all the pipe work with it all attached like that. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably unsolder it from this regulator valve here. Let's see if we can get this out. Yeah, so that's coming off nicely. I'll clean up a treat. So we just need to get that out of there, basically, and then we can remove the rest of it. Right, so that's most of it off. Now I'm going to take this boiler band off, and hopefully that will allow us to remove the boiler from the firebox, and also remove the firebox. So we'll just put a little bit of Rocket 40 on those. They probably haven't been undone in a very long time. This makes life a lot easier. Should now come away. There we go. Right, so there's the firebox, boiler band. I'm going to make some. I've ordered some steel rod. I'm going to make two new boiler bands. Firebox isn't in too bad a shape actually, although obviously it'll still go into the grit blaster and be cleaned off. So that just leaves us with this. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, that's turning. That's interesting. We'll have to investigate that. So. Well, it turns out this is actually screwed into the boiler. So I've just bent the copper pipe up, and we should be able to unscrew it. Which is good because it means that there's no unsoldering necessary. There we go. So boiler's in actually very good condition. I mean, it's relatively speaking, this is quite clean. As I said, we've got to put the boiler inserts in there. We've got those somewhere. There we go. But I will clean the boiler up first. One's larger than one's smaller, so that one will go in there like that. Okay, and then this one on the top will fit in there like that. I have to slightly larger, make the hole larger. It's not quite going to go in, I don't think. Oops. Yeah, not quite going to go in. That need a little bit of modification, and then once it's cleaned, they'll be soldered into place, and then that's that. The boiler done. It just needs to be cleaned. So, right. So the next stage is basically the horrible part of the job, which is to there's just elbow grease involved in cleaning that boiler. That's no problem, but we've got to get the paint off of the base, the flywheel, and the cranks, as they've got this horrible red paint all over them, which is all horrible. So yeah, so that's the next messy part of the job.